It begins quietly, the world wrapped in midnight hush, the refrigerator humming like a lonely heartbeat. You stand barefoot on cool tile, half awake, half hungry, reaching for comfort, disguised as food. The first bite feels small, innocent. But inside you, a rhythm older than your name stirs in protest. Your gut, that silent timekeeper of the body, had already turned towards sleep. In one motion, you awaken an entire system that was built for rest, not work. And though your mind doesn't feel it yet, your inner clock has already fallen out of tune. Your gut isn't ruled by willpower or appetite, it's ruled by light. Every cell inside you follows a rhythm that began with the sun. When dawn breaks, hormones rise to spark digestion. When dusk falls, they fade to make room for repair. Eating at night scrambles that harmony. Melatonin signals the body to sleep, yet food arrives demanding action. The confusion is quiet but powerful. Your stomach churns while your brain begs for stillness. You fall asleep late, you wake unrefreshed, and your energy feels borrowed instead of earned. It isn't punishment, it's misalignment. Think of your body as a small universe of clocks. Your liver, pancreas, and intestines each keeping time. The master clock sits in your brain, guided by sunlight. When meals arrive after dark, those smaller clocks drift. The liver starts detoxing when it should digest. The pancreas releases insulin into an unready bloodstream. The result is fatigue dressed as hunger, cravings masquerading as comfort. You reach for sugar to wake yourself, unaware that the cycle began with that midnight snack whispering confusion through every organ that listens. Inside your gut lives a vast city of life, trillions of microbes, each following the same rhythm. By day, they help you break down nutrients, energize cells, defend against invaders. At night, they rest and rebuild, strengthening the barrier that protects your body from toxins. When you feed them after hours, you pull them from restoration into labor. They ferment when they should sleep, releasing gases and inflammatory signals that travel through your bloodstream. You feel it the next morning as heaviness, brain fog, irritation. It's not guilt, it's chemistry. Your mood begins where your digestion ends. 90% of serotonin, the molecule of calm and clarity, is made in your gut. When the gut loses rhythm, serotonin production stumbles. Cortisol rises in its place, turning rest into restlessness. You might blame stress or screens, but your biology knows the truth. The night was meant for repair, not for processing food. Sleep becomes shallow, dreams fragmented, emotions sharpened. You wake anxious without cause, disconnected from peace that used to arrive easily. The body isn't broken, it's just tired of speaking in chaos. For centuries, humans understood this without ever naming it. Farmers, monks, and healers aligned meals with the sun because they lived by its certainty. In Ayurveda, food after sunset was said to dim the digestive fire. In ancient Greece, Hippocrates warned that eating late invited disease. Today, circadian medicine proves what intuition already knew. Metabolism follows daylight. When we eat with the sun high, calories become fuel. When we eat under stars, they linger as weight and waste. The body doesn't count hours, it counts cycles of light and dark. Science adds the modern evidence. Studies show that eating after 10 p.m. delays melatonin release and shortens deep sleep phases. Late-night eaters experience higher blood sugar, increased fat storage, and blunted insulin response even if they consume the same calories. The gut microbiome also shifts. Species that thrive on daylight nutrients retreat, replaced by bacteria linked to inflammation and anxiety. It's not just about digestion, it's about identity. Your cells still belong to a world lit by sun, not by screens. But rhythm can be rebuilt. Within days of eating with daylight, your body begins to hum again. Hunger greets the morning naturally. Energy stretches through afternoon without collapse. Sleep returns like an old friend who never stopped waiting. It's not a diet, it's memory. Your body remembering who it is when you stop arguing with time. Breakfast becomes awakening instead of survival. Lunch becomes balance instead of necessity. dinner becomes gratitude instead of guilt. The pattern heals you without you forcing it. You don't need strict rules, you only need rhythm. Finish your last meal 2 hours before sleep. Let darkness belong to rest. Drink water, breathe slow. Feel how silence digests better than any food. Your gut is alive, listening, grateful for stillness. It doesn't demand perfection, only patience. Each evening, you honor its clock. You rewrite the chemistry of your next morning. That is not small, that is transformation written in biology. And when temptation comes, when the fridge glows like a secret waiting to be opened, pause. Ask yourself, what am I really hungry for? Often, it's not flavor you seek, but peace. Not sweetness, but relief. You're trying to quiet a restless mind with food when silence would do the same without the cost. In that pause, something profound happens. You feel time slow down, your breath lengthen, your gut exhale. You remember that rest is nourishment too. The body doesn't crave control, it craves kindness. Feed it in daylight, thank it in darkness. When you sleep, the gut begins its secret work, mending cells, balancing hormones, crafting the calm you'll wear tomorrow. And every morning you wake aligned, lighter not just in weight, but in thought. The world looks softer because your body finally had the night to become whole. Every sunrise is a reset. As the first light touches your eyes, your gut clock wakes before you do. Hormones begin their morning choreography. Cortisol rises to spark alertness. Digestive acids stir to welcome food. The body whispers, "Feed me with the light." Breakfast is more than a meal. It's a signal, telling every organ that the rhythm is back. When you eat within 2 hours of waking, your metabolism aligns with nature's pulse. Energy feels clean, not forced. Even your thoughts sharpen because the gut and brain are finally in step again. By midday, your digestive fire is at its brightest. This is when the body handles food best, burning, absorbing, transforming. Lunch eaten under sunlight is like charging your inner battery. The nutrients move efficiently. Blood sugar remains steady. Your mood stays calm. But when you skip it or delay it until dusk, you confuse the inner schedule once more. The gut, expecting work at noon, waits in silence. Then at night, when it should rest, it gets overloaded. The cost isn't just indigestion, it's miscommunication. Every skipped rhythm sends the message. We don't know what time it is. The gut clock is more loyal than we realize. It forgives slips, but it never forgets consistency. Give it routine for a week, and you'll feel a quiet harmony returning. You'll fall asleep earlier without trying, wake clearer without alarms. Cravings fade because your hormones have found their balance again. Ghrelin and leptin, the twin messengers of hunger and fullness, begin to dance together instead of fight. You stop overeating not through effort, but because your body finally knows when to ask and when to stop. Your emotions start to mirror this new rhythm. Calm replaces restlessness, clarity replaces chaos. It's subtle at first. Mornings feel less rushed, nights feel gentler. You begin to notice that patience, once hard to find, now lives in your breath. That's the gut-brain axis, healing itself. Every aligned meal sends signals of safety to your mind. The vagus nerve hums a melody of peace. You no longer wake in survival mode because your inner world has remembered stability. Mood isn't just a mental state, it's the reflection of a body in rhythm. Still, the world makes rhythm hard. Deadlines, screens, noise, all conspire to keep you awake when you should sleep, eating when you should rest. But even here, awareness is power. You can't always control the world, but you can honor time. Start by dimming lights an hour before bed. Let the darkness tell your hormones it's night. Drink something warm, not to fill, but to soothe. Stretch, breathe, and remind your body that stillness is sacred. These rituals are not small. They're acts of alignment, proof that you are listening. The miracle of your gut is that it never stops adapting. Every 24 hours, it rebuilds a new lining, regenerates microbial populations, resets its chemistry. Each day is an invitation to return to balance. You are never too far gone, never too misaligned to begin again. One early dinner, one good night's rest. That's all it takes to start the repair. Healing is not punishment for the past, It's the body's love letter to the present. You just have to answer it. Listen to your body's language. Fatigue isn't failure, it's feedback. Cravings aren't weakness, they're messages. A restless night isn't random, it's rhythm asking to be restored. Every symptom carries information, and your gut is fluent in truth. It tells you when the pace is wrong, when emotions are heavy, when you need to return to light. Learning that language is the difference between surviving and thriving. You don't need to silence your gut, you need to understand its voice. In the end, the gut clock teaches one lesson. Life is rhythm. The universe expands and contracts, the tides rise and fall, and inside you, the same pattern plays. You were never built for endless motion, you were built for ebb and flow. To eat with the day and sleep with the night is not discipline, it's coming home. When you respect that pattern, peace stops being a goal and becomes your natural state. You start to feel like yourself again, not driven by hunger or fatigue, but carried by balance. So tonight, when the quiet returns and the urge for one last snack hums through the dark, smile. You know the truth now. You know that hunger is not always in the stomach. Sometimes it's in the soul. Feed it with stillness. Feed it with rest. Trust the rhythm that raised the sun, that beats in your heart, that hums in your gut. The moment you align with it, everything else begins to align with you. Stay inspired, stay vibrant. This is Vital Dynasty.